What's up, y'all? We back again with the shit that you actually want to motherfucking hear. My name is Marissa. My Instagram is at LILMG with 2 underscores. And this is James York.
Hey, welcome back, man. Episode 2. Now y'all gonna see us from 2 different angles. We got some better lighting. That was my bad. I'm sorry.
Alright.
But we back, baby.
Yes, sir. Today we're going to talk about what everybody's freaking the fuck out about, and that's the monkeypox. Why are people freaking out about this? Because that shit makes you ugly. And hopefully people take it serious now. But yeah, definitely we're trying to figure out exactly where it's stemming from, who exactly is being targeted by it, and why the fuck this shit is spreading so much when it just came out. I overall feel like when a disease comes out, we only hear about it and then we hear about how fast it's spreading.
Yes.
Like, okay, why the fuck did we not hear about this shit when it first came out? Y'all warned us. Why did we not take precautions to like stay the fuck home even more because of this disease? It's like the news like announces, hey, this is what's out. The second day, 30,000 cases are already found. Like
Viral.
Like, bruh.
It's almost like a tweet.
Yeah.
It's like when you see it and then like the next time you see it, it's like 1 million views.
Yeah. Like, okay, like what the fuck is really going on?
How when you seen the rumors about it just targeting I ain't gonna say I don't know how to probably say this. The homosexual community. How'd you feel about that? Did you think it was like real or you was like, it's bullshit?
When somebody joked about it on my live saying that it was targeting homosexuals, I thought it was a joke. I was like, I kind of like laughed it off and was like, y'all shut the fuck up. Like, haha, very funny. But seeing that the cases are rising within the like homosexual community, that's kind of scary because it's kind of like population control. But like we were talking about earlier, how they're just targeting certain groups or certain people as a study. And it's fucked up.
To where now this could be the modern day Tuskegee experiment. And people not even really realize, because even back then they didn't really know until, I didn't know that until like probably 9th grade.
Yeah.
Type shit.
And the government's never gonna fully be like, oh yeah, we finna test this out on y'all. It's like,
come on, sign up.
Yeah, like later on they'll probably reveal like, oh, this is what was going on.
I feel like the government, they'd rather do that and then just give out some claim money in the next 5 to 10 years and be like, oh well, this was actually a test.
And they know that people are gonna take the money too.
Oh yeah, because in a way, what can you do?
Yeah.
When,
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's a democracy, but it's not really.
Yeah, I think overall, within now in the time and age that we are, we just need to take even more precaution to just be safe, be more sanitary, be more aware. I carry sanitizer with me in my car. I think people aren't even using sanitizer, like, even after the gas stations, like,
yeah,
wheels,
brother.
Like, that shit's crazy.
That's like a hub for disease.
Yeah.
I feel like, I ain't even gonna lie, the gym, gas stations, the mall, grocery stores, restaurants for sure.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a restaurant even worse because sometimes when I used to work at restaurants back in the day, you had to make sure that the dishwashers do their job.
Yeah.
And even then, I seen how those machines work. I ain't gonna lie, sometimes they're not the cleanest.
No, and then also menus. Some hostesses.
Oh yeah, they don't even wipe them hoes down.
They don't clean the menus. They're sticky as fuck. Like.
That's why I honestly feel like when we do have that great Black Plague outbreak, like how they did back in the day, it's gonna wipe out some people. Because at the end of the day, people are just not the most sanitary as they should be.
Yeah.
Because when you think about it, you should be the most, I don't know, not the cleanest, but when you go in public, you should always do a secondary, like you say, hand sanitizer, something.
At least take the precautions to, like, sanitize yourself and make sure that you're doing your part within yourself to know that you're okay and you're sanitizing your hands. Or, like, if an area does require a mask, just put it on. Like, you never know. Like,
don't be that guy.
Yeah, because, like, people will, like, literally fight with other people, like, I don't have to put a mask on, this and that.
The height of the pandemic was honestly some funny times.
Yeah.
I definitely seen, too, like, it was like a white dude at one store, and then it was like a white lady at, like, Walmart, and they was going ham for no reason. And it still ended up putting the mask on to come in the store.
Yeah.
So it's like, you almost got arrested for nothing.
I think people just allow their ego to get in the way of shit, and they're I don't have to do that, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, bro, you kind of do, so just do it. Like, why are you fighting with yourself? Like, you gonna have to do it regardless.
Yeah, because if you want monkeypox, man, the pictures I've seen, that shit looks awful.
It's scary. It's scary because they're not just like regular pimples. They're like sores.
Yeah, it looks like what is it? Like it's eating into your flesh almost.
Yeah, this shit's very, very scary, and I hope that everybody just kind of like takes precaution to be even more sanitary and like just health wise, just I don't even fucking know, just sanitize.
Yeah, I would say be better.
Yeah.
Because everybody can do better at something. And that's the one thing I feel like people should want to be better at is definitely cleaning. Because cleaning leading into everything else, then what the fuck else? Right. But anyways, how do you feel about Joe Biden being our fucking president and being one of the most clumsiest old niggas I've ever seen on camera?
Honestly, I wish I knew more about like what he's doing, but I haven't really.
I don't think nobody knows.
I haven't really heard any of like his like doings as he's been in office, other than just like people talking about the gas prices and stuff like that. Like I haven't heard or about like any movement, any changes.
No student loans being canceled, because that was his thing that he sold America on of getting the vote.
Yeah, definitely. And then Kamala too. Where the fuck?
Yeah, I ain't seen her since that picture of her when Joey won. That's the last time I saw her seen that lady.
Did you see that tweet? They were like, Kamala must have got a BBL because we ain't seen her in a minute. Like,
if she come out thick as hell, I might give her a pass.
Like, honestly.
Because that's just ridiculous.
I really do feel like with shit going on now, they're just kind of like panicking, like, fuck, what the fuck did we sign on to?
Because right now, I honestly feel like the world's at a state of on fire.
Yeah, like panic.
So where people not even, if you in the know, you kind of know what's going on. But if you just still being an American, everyday citizen, you probably not going to know what's going on until it's like really affecting you. But hopefully, they did something to turn that shit around. From the gas prices to, because there's a lot of jobs out there, but the jobs ain't paying what people need to survive, yet alone flourish in life.
Yeah.
You got fucking hospitals not even properly doing their job. People dying on the watch. It's just like, I don't even understand where we sit as a state of Americans at this point.
Yeah.
It's like the world's on fire, this going down, this doing that, the housing market about to crash. Shit, niggas lost it. There was a lot of people killed this year during what was it thing?
The Great Depression?
The Great Depression, but the modern day Great Depression when all the Bitcoin and shit dropped.
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of people put their money and shit into that shit and belly out now.
It's crazy, like, how like, it really does affect people's mental health and their income, like, coming in or just not having it at all. Like, people, for real, do, like, have their lives affected by that, and it's sad. It's really, really sad because this is supposed to be the country of, like, the land of the free, opportunity, and it's just, like, with inflation going on, it's just getting harder for people to survive.
Because I think we stayed there in the land of the dream, and they forgot to apply, like, how can we make this real for people?
Yeah.
Which I kind of blame some of the companies in a way, too, because just because it's legal to pay somebody $7.25 or the minimum, and you know what's going on in America, you should want your workers to even kind of be proud of being in whatever establishment that they're working in at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
Even if it might be temporary, part-time, whatever the fact. It's still pay people to where, I feel like personally, if you're paying Walmart people to be better, quote unquote, it's going to start competing with Target.
Yep.
If you start paying McDonald's people a little bit better, treating them probably a little bit nicer, it's going to start competing with Chick-fil-A.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely the people that they have hired. They're like, I think big companies like that, they just want people who don't give a fuck to like work those like 9 to 5, 9 to like 9 hours. And they don't really do like checkups on how their company is actually being ran, because it's like there's so many people who walk out because of management.
I would say usually management, bad management. Oh, brother. Like, I think every job I've quit has been because of bad management.
Yeah, like I don't give a fuck where I'm working at. Like, don't treat me like I'm lower than you just because you have a higher position than me. Like, I won't stay there, and you don't give a fuck. You're just gonna find someone else, and I don't give a fuck. I'll just find another job. Like,
yeah, because especially when everything's almost the same playing field, people getting the same. You might get a quarter more here, 10 cents more here, but at the end of the day, it's all in the kind of the same range.
Yeah. Until
you get into you need a bachelor's for this, but it's something similar to where I can learn this on YouTube and still come out and apply for this job and do better.
It doesn't make sense that we have to go through all this schooling just to be treated a certain way. Just for like $3 more. Like that.
Yes, exactly. It don't even be like that really crazy of a jump. Because in my mind, back in the day, the way school was kind of put in my eyes. All right, you go to school, associate's degree, you might make this a certain amount.
Yeah.
Bachelor's, all right, you kind of gonna be swimming in some bread.
Yeah.
Then doctorates, oh, you're a rich nigga.
Yep.
But now that you out here in the real world, inflation hit, nah.
That shit is...
Get your certificate, and you'll probably damn near make more money being a welder than you will having a bachelor's type of shit.
No, for real. That's why I push so much for people to just start their own fucking job.
Mm-hmm.
But like the thing is with that, I think people kind of like let it go over their head, like, oh, I'm an entrepreneur, I have my own job, like I don't have to take construction.
Or I don't have to work.
Like I don't have to do this, I don't have to do that. Like I'm my own boss. Like hey, like yes, but put yourself in other people's shoes too. Like what product are you selling? How are you treating your customers? How are you improving your business?
The quality of the product.
Yes.
That's usually what I feel like where a lot of people fail. Like, because even myself early on, doing shirts, you trying to, make profit, but at the same time, cool design.
Yeah.
Almost not even thinking about how your product is going to come off once you put it into the customer hand. Because once it's in their hand, you can't control what they do with it.
Yeah.
They can go do a whole review and be like, this is ass shit, blah, 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 blah.
I think that's why I take my time when releasing stuff. Like, I understand people do get frustrated. Like, oh, like, I want you to release it already, or where is it at? Like, I understand that, and I appreciate people, like, eagerness about it. But I would rather people be upset about not getting something than get something and it be fucking trash. Like... I 100% would rather take the backlash of like somebody not receiving something or it not coming out yet than for somebody to just get like a trash ass product.
And that's good. I feel like people should be more appreciative of that mindset to where I ain't just giving you anything. Yeah. Because you be wearing my pants and they just are coming apart on you.
I would be pissed. I'd be like, what the fuck did I pay for?
Now you need a full refund and you probably gonna have to fight that nigga if you know him.
Yeah. Like for real. Like I remember when I was gonna release those calendars and like I did the pre-orders for that and everything. Like I felt so bad that people did pre-orders, but I still pay for the app with everybody's information for when I do find my manufacturer. Like I'm still going to send those things out. I sent out emails letting people know like, hey,
what's going on?
So much. Like yes, like it's good to be communicative with your audience. And people who understand will understand. And if people who don't, like...
They'll get money.
Yeah. Like, here you go. Sorry. Like, you know.
Yeah, because at that point, it's really nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Because it's not like I got a calendar printing machine in my house.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't even know what it would take to print a calendar. Now that I think about it.
It takes a lot because you also have to think about, like, the quality of the pictures that are being on it, the creativity of it as well, and also just like how fast it's going to be getting towards you. Like you can easily go to CVS and be like, okay, I want these spiral calendars and I'm gonna put my pictures on it and
oh shit, no, you do.
Like it got to the point to where I thought of doing that, but then I was like, no, like
yeah, you're gonna sacrifice quality for sure.
Like I want these photo shoots to be different. I want them to be like actual things that people can be like I guess like, you know how people collect comics?
Like memorabilia.
Yes, that's how I want it to be. Like I want it to be like a dope ass like interactive calendar with like stickers and like shit like that. Like
oh yeah, you're definitely not getting that in those CVS.
Yes.
Them motherfuckers barely want to print, get alone do all the extra shit.
Yeah, like it's like okay, have you seen that shit on TikTok? People were talking about the pink sauce.
Oh yeah.
Dude, like
I heard Shawty didn't even know it was like FDA. What it even meant, yet alone got it approved.
She was like, it's not a medical product. Like, girl.
Oh! Girl. Not a medical product.
Girl.
I think FDA regulate on that?
Yeah. I think she wouldn't get as much backlash if she just acknowledged the fact that she fucked up.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, because what I heard, she didn't really acknowledge
that. She was like, just buy it and you'll see it. Like, girl, like, you are making people sick.
Yeah, I was saying, you put that in your stomach, because food poisoning is the worst thing I've ever experienced.
Facts.
I've had COVID, and food poisoning was definitely worse.
Food poisoning, it's like, when is this going to end? Like, when am I going to stop throwing up? When can I...
Because sometimes you even got to throw up so much before that root, whatever you ate, come out.
Yeah, and then also, like, people throw up the lining of their stomach. Like, that yellow, like, fluid. Bro, that shit is the fucking worst. Like, I've tasted that, and that taste is literally, like, so sour and bitter. It's no.
It is crazy that type of stuff can just live in the human body and be a necessity for you to kind of survive.
Yeah, because we naturally have that bacteria in
our
body. and just to get an overload of it, like our body's like, what's going on? No, fuck.
Because even I would say just from us being here to kids, not kids, from here to now, the FDA kind of approved so much bullshit to where our bodies have become or adapted to whatever the bullshit as we've been eating.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that microplastic fucking video?
No.
And it was like more so talking about like all the little like microscopic type of plastic sometimes that be in certain foods and
like
shit.
Cereal and stuff?
Yeah. And I was like, man.
You know what's crazy though? How everybody's attacking her and her business and stuff like that. I personally think just because she's a black woman, people were like,
going extra hard.
Like, what the fuck are you doing? Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I feel like if it was somebody who wasn't of color, they wouldn't have put so much pressure on her.
Oh, no. She probably would have took it down, put it up proper way, and still resold it.
Yeah. And I think maybe her ego kind of was just like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm still going to sell it. I'm going to still do photo shoots for my product. And, like, I get it. As a woman, if you're getting shit in and you're doing it on your own, by all means, like, more power to you. But if people are, like, telling you, like, hey, like,
this is killing me.
Yeah, like, this is how I'm feeling about it, this and that. Like, take the constructive criticism as a business owner to be like, okay, I need to package this better. I need to at least fix the spelling on my product before I continue, like, to keep, like, selling this thing. And, like, I think that's just kind of, like, overloaded. But I personally, as a woman, like, as an entrepreneur as well, I hope that she bounces back from this.
Oh, yeah. Because I was seeing wrong with it just from a business point.
Yeah.
Just get with a legal person. Somebody that really knows the law or the business that you're trying to get into to figure out how can we do this right this time.
Yeah. Because she can turn this around.
Oh, yeah. Because she already got the attention.
Yep.
And that's what a lot of people fail to realize. Once you have attention, good, bad, blah, blah, you got the attention.
Yep.
How you going to use it?
Definitely.
Because Soulja Boy, every time he in some bullshit, good for bad, he turned it into something. Mm-hmm. And that man might be the most scammingest man I ever seen in my life. He didn't drop systems, shoes. Glasses, like...
He was on Love and Hip Hop, too.
For real?
Yeah. He was on Love and Hip Hop. I remember it was, like, with these two girls, and they were arguing over him. And this girl threw a fake red bottom at the other girl. And she picked it up. She was like, yo, fake-ass red bottoms. And I looked at the shoe, and I was like, those are fake.
Damn, not on Love and Hip Hop. That's funny as hell.
So it's going to be 11:30. Goddamn.
That's what happens when you watch shit you want to hear.
Facts.
What was I saying? You got some fan questions?
Okay. Do we have some fan questions? Fan question.
That smells good.
I know. I was like...
I thought it was tripping. I was like, I'm getting hungry.
Meg is cooking, y'all.
I wish. That's my mama.
Oh. She cooking, y'all.
My girl can't cook that good.
Stop! Megan, I'm sorry if you guys see this.
I might edit it out. Look here.
Please, I don't want Megan to be mad at you. She's gonna be like, you're never fucking doing that podcast.
What's a podcast if it don't get spicy in real life?
True.
To be honest.
I'll be trying to avoid that because I'm already kind of spicy. James knows. James definitely knows what the fuck be going on, man.
Oh, dear. What they got for us?
Let's see. Do. I'm trying to look through my screenshots.
Dun, dun, dun.
What advice to women would you give as a man within, like, entrepreneur business?
Get more women together, number one. Mm-hmm. Number two, make sure the legal side for anybody is right. Number three, make sure whatever you're selling, you stand on it. Yeah. And especially if it's like a product that you're kind of making towards men. And then when you do pop-ups, etc., pull-ups, make sure people know that this is your product. Make sure people know they can't bully you in any type of manner, because certain niggas, if you allow them to use their quote-unquote manhood and man force to do it, they will. Yeah. And if they do that, let somebody know, so what they ask.
Facts.
Cause that shit, I feel like that's what we got to rid the Houston scene of that type of ego or
Bro, that
whatever that shit is,
that
macho
whole,
shit.
like, malicious, like,
Yeah,
low key, like, bullying shit.
taking niggas' brand. I ain't gonna say taking niggas' brand, but seeing something that you know they're winning, they haven't wronged you, but you just hate them and you do some shit that you know you have to. Cause some people do have a certain level of power in their shit to where they can not blackball you, but definitely hold you back a little bit, or just throw salt on your name to where then you have to meet these people in person, explain this, blah blah.
Yeah.
Just an extra level of bullshit that you shouldn't even have to deal with in the first. Oh my god, in the first place.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I think as a creative too, like, I'm pretty sure people have said shit about me and people look at me a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like, I'm just gonna be consistent with my work and who I am as a person, and like. If you feel a certain way, like, cool.
See me.
Yeah, like, keep your distance. Either way, I'm gonna.
Yeah, because that's honestly the best motto. Keep your distance. Especially if you're not the type of person that's trying to talk it out. Because most of the shit that be bumping heads can be talked out.
Yeah.
It's very few shit that just has to come to blows, honestly. Especially once you're an adult.
Definitely. Like, I understand if people feel a certain way about something, but it don't ever have to get to the point to where it's disrespectful just because you feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, cool.
Because that's what I had to learn personally, yeah.
Like, if you don't fuck with me, cool. Like, just keep your distance, bro. Like, you don't got to be fake with me. You don't have to be malicious towards me, because then it gets to that point to where it's like, okay, like, what you trying to do?
Exactly.
Like, no. It should never get to that point. Especially within a creative scene. Like, bro, we're not in no gang. Like...
Exactly.
I'm not trying to fight you for no land or nothing like that. Like, dude, like...
Hold down your block?
No, for real. Like, I am an artist. Like, what are you doing? Like,
I'm dead. Speaking of art, how was that art show? Did you like it? I like the vibes in there. I ain't gonna lie. It was packed out. Every time I swung the camera around, I seen everybody looking, eyes on you, getting it in, doing your thing. Dress was nice. I like the dress.
Gracias. I think the art show was a really good turnout for the first performance, and also like his people coming out too. Like, that shit was live.
Oh yeah.
Like, it was so dope seeing people, like, the way that they were reacting towards it. Even with the mic messing up a little bit, like, I was like, I'm still gonna go, like, cause as a performer and as an artist, like,
only you really know.
Yeah. Like, they're not gonna know if something's wrong unless you show them.
Exactly.
And like, I was like, okay, like, I think it would be kind of selfish of me to like stop the whole thing.
Yeah.
And be
hey,
like,
fix my fucking mind.
Yeah, like,
that would have been crazy.
I know, like,
that would have been crazy.
I didn't really want to do that just because of the fact that people were already like, hey, like, when are you gonna perform?
Yeah.
You know, like,
it was a vibe in there.
Yeah,
for sure.
It was awesome though. Shout out to Julio for like even putting that whole shit together. It was dope as fuck. I think all of his paintings sold.
That was good. Like, because he had some dope ass shit in there.
Fuck yeah. All the abstract art and everything. I think he's gonna have another one soon. He told me he would want me to perform at the next one. So we're just like building my fan base, letting people know like, hey, like, I'm a singer. Like, you know. Like,
and I think that's a good way to do it. Doing a damn near, was it art show circuit, coffee shop circuit?
Yeah.
Because now that I've noticed, we got a big coffee scene in Houston. I didn't even know that was a fucking thing.
I have a meeting with the coffee shop that I performed at today, and like, I'm really excited to see how that goes.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's kind of like one of the manifestations that I wrote in my journal. Like,
either to sing or be like a resident singer.
Resident singer.
Oh yeah.
Like, I think once, I don't want it to be like, hey guys, like, I'm gonna be doing this here. Like, I want it to be people who don't know me. I want it to be people who actually like my singing, not people who are like, oh, I support you no matter what you do.
Type
like,
shit. Okay.
I want people to actually like be honest with me. Not that people who know me won't be honest with me, because I feel like my people that I have that do support me can like give me constructive criticism, because I've never been that type of person to be like, fuck you, like, I'm still do what I want to do. Like, if somebody's like, hey, that's not good or that doesn't sound good, I'll be like, okay, let me switch it up a little bit. Like, let me see what I could do to improve. But like, I want it to be a different like type of crowd, to where they're either like, damn, like, who are you? What do you do? Like, I really fuck with you in a networking sense. And also, like, I want people to tell me, like, what vibe they get off of it, so I know what sound to actually try and, like, find for myself.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, making music is almost a balance between, you doing what you love, but at the same time, once you cultivate your fan base, kind of giving them what they love.
Yeah. Like, I want to see, like, if they're like, oh, you give me, like, Alina Baraz vibes or Sade vibes, I want to start to be like, okay, like, if they fuck with that, and people like to hear that and it's soothing to them, let me start writing to beats like that, so that way they can start being like, damn, like.
Yeah, because I really can see you can pull off what's some things like an acoustic album type of shit.
I want to do that, and then once I get my fan base, I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna switch it up and start throwing like little rap songs into the like EPs, so that people could start seeing like
different sides.
Yeah. I also like I want to integrate like Spanish lyrics too, for like my Hispanic and Latino like.
Yeah, because you obviously got like 8 different markets that you haven't even tapped into. Yeah.
Like
so.
I think that's the beautiful thing about it. Like I'm starting to open my eyes and see like, okay, like I could really just cater to like everybody, and I'm going to do so, but step by step.
Because you never want to dive in nothing either too soon or with too less info.
Yeah, definitely. And like this is just the beginning of like my career. Like I know that I'm meant to do this because of the fact that leading up to the performance I was nervous, but once I did it, it's like seeing the way that people were like kind of like feeding off of like what I was doing. I was like, damn, like I really tapped into like these people, and it felt natural to me. Like
in a way, what led up to all this coming about when it comes to your creative juices? Was it something that you always had in store, or was this something that it was just like after you hit a certain age, it like awoken inside of you?
Honestly, what I went through, it led me to tap into myself and spend more time with myself. And I would randomly like sing in the shower and just kind of like, I've always written poetry, I've always journaled, and so whenever I started just kind of like singing to certain songs and seeing if I could like match the high notes and match the sound
type shit,
I would be like, okay, like
that's lucky hard as hell.
Yeah, like I was like, all right, like let me see if I could do this, and then it kind of just like unfolded within itself, because when I started doing music with y'all kind of gave me the like, I guess, confidence to just be like, yo, like you should really try and keep doing this because it's like pretty good.
Yeah.
So from that point I was just like, all right, like this is something I could take serious, this is something that I could pour into. And also seeing the feedback of like people I don't even know, when I would release like snippets of like me working in the studio, them telling me like they cried and like it touched them, I was just like, damn,
that's just off the snippet.
Yeah, like I want to be able to release my words and my music in order to like heal people. I would 100% do that for the rest of my life if that was the case.
Yeah. Because right now it seems like this music, the creative field, is definitely your calling, because now, look, you're podcasting.
Yeah.
So now it just seems like, from my perspective, every so often you just elevate in ways either you know you can, or ways that the universe opened up to you at this time, like, hey, it's time to do this.
Yeah, that too. That's kind of the reason why I'm continuing to pursue it, because doors are just opening up. Doors are like, okay, here you go. Like, all right, well, here you go. Like, hey, like, if you pour just a little bit of yourself into this, this is what's coming out of it. So for me to finally get to that point to where I don't have to work like the way that I do right now, to be able to fully just dedicate myself to my career in music, that's the point that I want to get to, so that way I can create like generational wealth for my family. Also my friends that pursue music too, like I want them to be able to like do what they want to do, so that way they could be like, yeah, like this was just destined for all of us, like for real.
In a way, I definitely feel like that, because it's like even meeting you, Gabe, in the time where it's just like, all right, you're making music, but it's something that you're missing. And so far I've been missing the right energies around, to where now even stuff in my life is starting to just switch, turn, and it just comes from I feel like the simple fact of just being around the right group that you know is focused on whatever they got to do. People handling business as of now, doing what they have to do in this moment, but this is not limiting us, this is not stopping shit. If anything, it's helping, it's putting your name out there more, or you probably working to get more funds to do this and that, because nobody, even with needing them getting a job and stuff, is not stopping their focus on what's really matter type of shit.
Yeah, and like it's difficult. It's difficult to be able to try and like manage all of it, because it's so easy to be like, all right, I'm just gonna hustle and be within this moment so that way I can get to where I want to go. But like when you're there and you see everybody else doing shit, you're like, damn, like, what am I missing out on? Am I missing out on like actually enjoying life, or do I just need to continue to just fucking grind the fuck out until I get to where I want to be? Like, it's like a mental thing, especially people who deal like myself, like that deal with mental health and shit. Like, it takes a lot of like awareness within yourself to be like, is this really what I want to do? Should I really continue to pour myself into this when I know that like whatever I pour myself into, I excel at it? So is this really what I want to do? And it's like, you have to be honest with yourself if you want to make that sacrifice.
Oh yeah, because it's really definitely a sacrifice when it comes to living your dreams or living in this moment.
Yeah.
Because living in this moment usually comes with distractions, this, that, the typical Houston nightlife type of aspect, which is not bad if that's what you're doing, because I've seen some people thrive in that environment to where, yes, you're in a section all day, but you're probably doing deals while you're in the section type of shit.
My thing is, if you're going to do something, be smart about it. Be strategic about it.
Even if you're blowing money in the club, for sure.
Because if you're going to blow money in a club, use that as an investment to network with people. If you're going to be cool with people in the club, be cool with the owners and the DJs. Like, for real.
And the security.
Yes. Like, be cool with the people who, not that nobody in there doesn't matter, like the bartender.
I would say the skeleton of the club type shit.
Like, you have to strategically plan, like, okay, like, if this is where I'm going to spend my time and my energy, how am I going to utilize where I'm at to get to where I want to go?
And because most clubs, ain't gonna lie, in Houston, can be like that. It's just in that moment, most people, even myself sometimes, I'm just partying. Then I get home and like, God damn it, I ain't do nothing.
Yes, I feel that.
And it be shit like that, I ain't even gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie, I need to learn how to just chill the fuck out sometimes, because my mind is constantly like, you're running out of time. You know what you want to do. You know what you're meant for. What are you going to do with that?
That's my hardest part about being out when I do go out on the weekends. Yeah. It's like, nigga, I could be in my computer doing something. Yeah. But at the same time, you have to relax the mind to think of more ideas. You have to take that week off or a couple of days off to...
I think eventually, like, I'll learn to get to that point. But right now, I'm just in a mode mentally that I'm trying to, like, just, like, not be so, like, aggressive when it comes to chasing after what I want. Because it's like, it's right there.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I see the doors opening up for me, and I'm like, okay, if I just keep pushing harder and harder and harder, like, I'll get there. And I really do feel like once I get there and I'm at that point to where it's like, I'm sending my mom, like, $50,000 checks to just, like, cash out.
Just cause. Yeah, so just cause.
Then I'll be like, all right, me and my people, we're going to take a week off to create. Just create somewhere where we can all just like put all of our ideas together.
Kanye West type shit.
Yes, like I want all of us to come together and do what the fuck we're meant to do. But until I get to that point, I honestly don't feel like I'll relax.
Because honestly, I feel like you gotta, in my mind, I feel like I gotta earn that level of relaxation. Yeah. Because right now I feel like I'm just starting, even though I've been doing this now, what is it, going on 5 years. But it still feels so brand new to where it's like, I ain't went nowhere. But when I look back and see the progress from zero now, it's like, nigga, you laid out so much groundwork and now you put the foundation down. Now how can you build this shit up?
Yeah. And a lot of people, too, they're afraid to, like, fail. Like, they're afraid to fail and afraid for something not to work out. Like, sometimes it's not supposed to work.
Because what people don't realize, you're going to fail at any point in your life, no matter if you're chasing the biggest dream or you're working at Amazon. Amazon can let your ass go like that and you out of your ass.
A lot of people don't realize Amazon pays for school. If I was looking into jobs actually for Amazon, like, people say it fucking sucks, but, like, honestly,
everything sucks, man. Yeah, you gotta sacrifice, baby.
Wherever you're at, it's not gonna be like exactly where you want it to be. It's what you do with it. Like, you either gonna just hold it down, do what the fuck you gotta do, and see what you can get from that space or that area. And like, the goal is always to move up.
In any aspect of life, I don't even in that saying, I would feel like that if I was a guy that didn't have these type of shit that I'm chasing now. Yeah. But if I just worked the trash job, whatever the fuck it might be, I still want to be the best in my mind at whatever I'm doing.
Honestly, what I'm thinking about doing is dedicating a full year to stacking the fuck up. Then the next year, getting the certification and what I want to do for my license, and just doing that. Going to school for that, taking time off for that, and just creating. So that way, that money that I saved up with